Listen, I had some thoughts yesterday that I wanted to share with people because I really think it's something that a lot of folks could benefit from. So I want you to do yourself a favor, and I want you to do your spirit and your mind a favor, and I want you to accept and embrace what's been done to you in the past, and from there just blaze a new path and chapter for yourself moving forward. Okay. Now I know that might sound a lot easier said than done, right? It's like, well, that's easier to do than it's easier said than done, Rodney. Well, listen, hear me out. Hear me out. A lot of us in this world have been through some serious stuff. Believe me, I know and I understand. Okay. A lot of us have been there. And whether it's been abuse of drugs, alcohol, whether it's been physical or sexual abuse, mental or emotional abuse, okay, in almost every case, this has left people feeling less than adequate, right? It's brought about this low self-esteem in us, and it's given us this mindset that we're just not good enough. We almost have this victim mentality, okay, and then we end up blaming ourselves. And what's even worse is sometimes we think that we deserve it. And because of that mindset, right, because of that abuse and because of that incident that happened, it's changed the whole entire way that we think of ourselves. So that's why I know this is going to sound controversial to some folks, right? They're not going to agree with it because they come from a different school of thought, and that's fine. Okay? But this is what I want to ask you. Does praying or meditating on the situation, does it even help? And I'm going to say yes, actually, but not necessarily in the way that you think. Don't sit there and pray and meditate on, why did this happen to me, right? It's my fault. I didn't deserve this. Why me? You've been doing that for how many years now? Okay. Here's a thought I want you to have. Okay. And I want to encourage you to do this. Pray and meditate. Okay. Pray and meditate on accepting and owning what happened, regardless of fault. Okay, regardless of blame, just accept and own what happened. As an example, if you abuse drugs and alcohol, own it and accept it. You did it, it happened. Now, right, seek the right help, seek the right tools to develop the right skill set, so when you encounter, if and when you encounter, or that devil raises its head again and tempts you, now you know how to better deal with it. Okay? And heaven forbid, God knows, heaven forbid, if you were abused in any capacity, regardless of whether it was physical, whether it was sexual abuse, it does not matter. It's wrong. Any abuse at any level is wrong. Okay? And that's why I know it's hard to ask this, and it's even harder to hear it. But I want to encourage you to forgive yourself, and I want you to forgive those that abuse you. Okay? Because understand this, the forgiveness is not necessarily about them. It's not necessarily about, saying that what they did was right and that it's acceptable. It's not about that. Okay? What the forgiveness is about, right? The meat of it is that it sets you free. It sets you free from the burden and the shackles of all that guilt, of all that low self-esteem, right? Of all that shame, all of those negative things that get in the way of your greatness. That's what it does. Now, I know a lot of people beat themselves up, right, year after year after year, saying to themselves, what was it that I did wrong? Why did this happen to me? There's something I could have done different. If only, if only, if only. Stop doing that. Stop it. Because the people that did what they did, they're the ones at fault. Okay? They're the ones that have something that's wrong with them. They're the ones that got evil inside of them, not you. And that's why I encourage you to no longer look at yourself as the victim, but look at yourself as the victor. Okay? You are now, no, listen, you're no longer the victim. You need to realize that you're no longer a victim, you're a victor. Now, I know this is not something, mindset wise, it's not something easy to do overnight. I understand that. And that's why I know it's going to take time. Okay? It's going to take time to heal, it's going to take time to process that. But the good thing is, and the amazingly beautiful thing is that that's going to be time spent on healing, and that's going to be time spent on moving forward, instead of having to look back on your past. Now you get to live life and not regret it. Okay? And that's why I encourage you to really look inside yourself and realize how phenomenal of a person you are, right? How creative you are, how beautiful that you are, and how caring and nurturing you are, how strong you are, how intelligent you are, how valuable, and how blessed you really are. I do not want you to ever, ever, ever forget that. And that's why I pray that you choose today to start a new chapter in your life, to move forward. Okay? But I don't want you to move forward with this doubt and this discouragement. I want you to move forward with hope and with purpose. So, in saying that, take care, love you guys, and stay blessed.